What's your overall review of the season?
I think it's been an incredibly successful season. The ladies have kicked on really well. As a team, collectively, they've achieved very well, but individually, there's been a load of development and a lot of good opportunities with players kicking up the pyramid and pushing on.
Obviously, you've got the international, the 23s, and then obviously the first team. How good is the opportunity for them young girls to go and play for the first team as well?
It's brilliant. It's great exposure to get them into women's football and to get them playing first team football, and then the opportunities that come off that in terms of getting to play against teams high up the pyramid and even going on to launch their individual careers is fantastic.
And what sort of opportunities have the girls had outside of Macclesfield as well this year?
So we've got players who are constantly going in on trial at teams who are semi-pro teams, playing Tier 3, playing Tier 4, a few players who've been signed at those levels, playing first team week in, week out and starting games. And obviously we've had players who've kicked on internationally, like Emily, who's been signed by Malmo in Sweden. That's obviously the level that we want our players to aspire to and kick on to in the long run.
So looking over the season, what have you then found toughest as a coach?
Toughest one, we've dealt with a lot of injuries this year, which has been difficult for the team, obviously, in terms of not having players available, but then it's also difficult for players individually to keep getting knocked back and set back. So that's obviously been difficult to manage, but at the same time, I'm really proud of the way that the ladies have managed it, because we've shown great versatility in players playing different positions and showing different abilities, but then also the resilience of some of our players to come back from multiple injuries and to still contribute all the way through. It speaks a lot to the special group we've got.
I suppose then the next thing is, what's been your favourite moment throughout the season?
It's tough to say, to be honest. There's been so many highs throughout the season. Obviously winning things with the first team and achieving well with the internationals has been great, but just being a part of this team and seeing them come together and the way they've bonded as a team, it's been a special team to be a part of.
How has the team sort of chemistry been?
It's fantastic. They're a very, very close-knit unit. Off the pitch in particular, as I say, when we've got players out injured, they're still coming down every training, every game, because they love being together as a group. So that's been really, really great to see.
How has it been for the girls, maybe the new ones coming in? How do the older ones look after them?
They've been great. They're really taking on mentorship and guidance roles. So we've had senior players who've been here 3 years, and they've taken the first years under their wing and really helped them to flourish in the team and grow.
From this season now, what would you learn and maybe take into next season?
Well, I think we've already got really good base for next season in terms of we're setting up our reserve team, and we're continuing to grow the women's programme, which is going to afford more opportunities for players. And I think just getting those extra opportunities, more challenges for players is going to be a real benefit. So I think it's really going to kick on and explode over the next few years, the women's stuff.
Would there be anything you as a coach can improve yourself next year?
Always things to improve on, individual games, training sessions. You come away going, I'd do that a little bit differently, I'd do that a bit differently. We like to speak to the players for their feedback and get their opinions on what they've liked, what they haven't liked, how they respond to certain challenges and things. So yeah, we're always reflecting as coaches on how to improve, but I think you'll see my growth with the team will be great.